稲妻走り炎の戦士を照らす飛び散れ筋肉ビーム勝利に向かって私は強い筋肉マン走る見事にああ心に愛がなければスーパーヒーローじゃないのさ筋肉マン Go fight 私は強い筋肉マン走る見事にああ心に愛がなければスーパーヒーローじゃないのさ筋肉マン Go fight
Alright folks, good morning. Looks like the bitrate was a little bit spotty during the pre-stream setup. And as soon as my voice broadcasts over, the bitrate takes a momentary nosedive again. So, gotta love that for it. It's being very bratty. It's been 2 disconnects so far. And dropping 13-14 frames is only for the current post-disconnect. Right now the bitrate's being very stable, but it wasn't. So hopefully it holds up. Because this is going to be a short stream anyway, got something to do in like 3 hours time. So it better not be too temperamental, because we don't have a lot of time to do for this. Sunny day. Our house and our layout is very slowly starting to look better. I really should have gone with pumpkins for my primary crop, but we had tea to turn into roasted rice tea. What did I say? What did I say? Give me a second. Maybe a stream is ill-advised today after all. There's not too many things I can manipulate here. But it's looking more green now. No, there it goes. Better? Better? Well, let's see if that fixed it. So I guess forget everything I was just saying in this introductory part of the stream, huh? Let's get into it then before it disconnects again. Paranoia check. Okay. Some days are alright, but a lot of the times it could be so frustrating. It really takes the wind out of the sails too when it starts being... When it behaves? If it was misbehaving during the pre-stream, that'd be one thing. It was doing pretty alright, and then only decided to act up as soon as, you know, Kaneko Man was finished, unmuted the mic, started playing the game. That makes it personal, you know? It's like it doesn't like me, personally. Anywho, big rice harvest. And now we have our second greenhouse here, a large greenhouse. 40, 40, and 40. Why the heck does Epic Game Store friend list keep popping up? Pumpkins are getting along. 16 more days remaining on charge. Got my animals out. Got my rice. Let's go make some money. Because that greenhouse costs a whole 100,000 tesserae. March and Rias checking in on Baylor's wagon for repairs. That's pretty cool. You see, there's so much connection between these people. Compared to in like Stardew, where everyone's just a neurotic Pacific Northwest white guy. Nothing I need here. Kids are off for their lessons. What's the task for today? Chestnut again. We gave 3 chestnuts to Dell yesterday or the day before. Roasted chestnuts for Hemlock. It was pretty cute how when Robbie came in the other day, I was like, Hemlock, imposter! Because they've also got a personal OC character named Hemlock. And you don't see too many Hemlocks out in the wild. How much rice could I make? 288 rice. Okay, nothing's frozen anymore, it seems. I was tempted to go fish, but the fish that I want is only available when it's raining or storming in the fall. The kids are helping out Lady Adeline for their lessons today. That's gonna be disastrous. Your candy supplier. I have no clue who that 7 was for. Was that for Adeline? Adeline's at 7. Adeline and Baylor are 1 heart away from being able to date. Celine also. Ayland is 1 heart away. Elsie is 1 heart away, but I think that her rambunctious period is behind her. Retired socialite. Hayden's 1 heart away. But Hayden, I feel, is a lonely man who wants a big family. And as attractive as a daddy type is, I can't exactly provide that to him. Though I'm pretty sure I've read something about like the kids in this game being magical. Reyna's 2 hearts to go, Raya's 2 hearts to go, Valen 2 hearts to go. So they're getting up there. Right, came here for their kitchen. Just gonna commandeer their kitchen and make 295. I'll max it out. There's no point in not maxing it out, leaving 1 behind, because I got over 1,000 green tea. to convert into roasted rice tea anyway. Basically, I'm making a somewhat more bitter horchata. With some leftover. And since I have some leftover anyway, let's make more. It doesn't take any time, so I oughta. Okay, so, hey boyfriend. Work's a little slow right now, so he wants to take me back to the interior of the forge. Some forge cooking! Absolutely! And we got his forge is a pizza oven. Made of bricks, so it's technically brick oven pizza. She likes the Alda feather pendant. The Alda feather pendant was used in ancient times as a proposal symbol thing, so of course she would like that. She recognized the purpose immediately. Still places in Aldaria where lovers propose with feather pendants. Do you think Mystery is one of them? Do you think when the marriage update comes out, we'll be using feather pendants to propose? What is Ryas like? We're almost halfway to his like gifts, lots of crafting stuff, crafting material, and certain sweets, and lavender. I know I'm short on glass, so I'll just refine that at the refinery. I'm not sure how much refined stone I have. So glass, I'll just make 40. I'll just make exactly as much as I need. Quick paranoia check onto the OBS. I tap on over, and I see it was in the yellow. It was like 4,000, 3,000. And we're up to 4,000 dropped frames now. 1/5, just a little over 1/5 of all frames this segment. Come on, Wi-Fi. Does Wi-Fi not like... I saw that bumped it closer to 1/4. It's being very temperamental today. I don't like that. I can make a max of 41. Well, I might as well use up all of my stone. It's a common resource. And as for the wood, hardwood is so easy to get at least. They put stumps everywhere, and stumps respawn daily, and that is a lot of hardwood. Hey Dark Sonata, you hope all is well? Apart from the aforementioned problematic Wi-Fi today, things are generally alright, and I hope things are okay with you. In fact, things are slightly better than alright, because now that BF and I are holed up here in the family home, waiting for the apartment to get repaired, and the cats have been enjoying exploring around, I actually managed to find something rather dear to me. I think this was among my brother's stuff, in fact. What's some of my stuff? My dusty old Wii? The white GBA, I'm pretty sure was his. What's in here? Spyro Season of Ice. Ugh. I'm sure the real game is okay, but the GBA port is very much not so. I was starving for games the GBA era, and actually wasted some money. Cables for it, my PS2 controllers, a memory card. So, I'm 1/3 on missing hardware. I have some hardware from the 2010s that have somehow disappeared in this house. Because this house tends to do that. You put stuff in it, be it game stuff or important career paperwork, and they just somehow filter away into some drawer or some elsewhere, and you hope that it doesn't get tossed out or given away or that some guest took it. So, all I need now is to find out where my Wind Waker HD Edition Wii U went, and my Ocarina of Time 3D 3DS went. And my precious things will be complete. You're prepping for work? That's pretty good, Dark Sonata. Better to have than have not in these days, especially with the way the economy can get nowadays. Like, not to say that any job is a job and so on, right? But better to be busy than not and stuff like that. House is coming along well, since we do know now that there are even bigger storage chests than this. I think I might turn this into not just a storage room, but a storage room with the aesthetic of an abandoned haunted guest room. We'll have an abandoned haunted guest room for our second floor east wing room. That way it's not just box, 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 box like I'm playing Terraria or Minecraft, but an actual room that fits logically with the space. Had almost enough stone. Refined stone, but that's alright, like I said. Regular stone's easy to get. If I waste all that stone on this, it's fine. Alright. So. I should also get, as long as I'm here, was it in these chests or the chest outside that I had? My water sprites. There's no difference in the water sprite statues, as far as I know. The only real difference in the water sprite statues is what material you want to make them out of. Out of ash mushrooms, out of purple mushrooms, out of temple flowers, out of sea grapes. Sea grapes and ash mushrooms can be kind of rare drops because they're only found as a random forageable item on certain floors of the mines. Purple mushrooms are also only from certain floors, but they're from enemies. Enemies are so much easier to harvest, you know, hunting and killing monsters, than does this floor have this sea grape or whatever? No, then sucks to be you. And temple flowers spawn all the time at the temple every single day. So, these two are much easier to make than this one and this one. But it's only aesthetic. It's still the same 2 tile radius plus corners all around them for each. So it's just down to which material do you have excess of, and which ones do you like aesthetically to your eyes. Though I do think that it might be worth getting one of each, especially since the large greenhouses can house 4 sprites. And when I say house 4 sprites, I mean they have enough space to perfectly fit 4 and all the plants you need them to water. Animal sprite automatically pets animals. Oh, 5. There's 5 different designs. This one takes thorn vines. Wild plant forage in all seasons. So it is an all-season forageable. But still, forageable, I guess it puts it the same tier as the flowers then. Since the flower is basically that, a forageable, but for the pretty petals. So let's go build it. 40 glass, 40 hardwood, 40 refined stone. And now we have all this space. Isn't this nice? I've put a little highlighted radius around it for exactly where it will have its effect. And now I'm feeling rice and tea. And then here could just be pumpkins for now. So, if a single area around one sprite statue is 24 plants, I'm going to need 48 of tea and 48 of rice. I got tons of rice already. 48 rice. And then 154 tea. I don't even have to buy the bags myself. Because of that little skill we got that gives us extra seeds whenever we water plants. Okay. But I'm also going to need the essence crystals for them. How do I want to do this? We'll just do it like this. This will be rice on the bottom. And then tea on top. Do I not have the energy for all of it? Oh no, I just not have enough seed for that specific pattern. And now I am going to need 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the largest capacity essence stone. I've got a few essence stone already because the game gives you some essence stone as I won't say monetary, as reward for certain things. 20 day for 100 essence is the second largest. So let's go craft the absolute largest essence stone they have. 200 of my own life essence for 40 days of automatic watering. And for 4 of them, that's going to amount to about, what, 1,600 per season? No, because it costs 200, right? I don't have enough stone for the giant essence stone. I got money. Let's go bite from the carpenter's then. Me and my giant cow just jumping in front of Errol and Aiden. Rice stepped up, but thank goodness they have the honor system here. 100 per stone, I'll just buy 10. That's 10. And it's 100 per, so that's 1,000 stone for 20,000. There's all of my friends walking around, but I'm busy spending this entire day just managing farm and greenhouse affairs. There. Giant essence stone. It's the same cost, it's just proportional. 1 day for 5 essence. You multiply it out for 40 days and 20 essence, and it's 1-1. I'll need 4 of these, and it does cost time to make. So that's gonna make it almost 9 o'clock. I have enough time of the day to... It is 9 o'clock. Get home, put the animals away, pet them, get to bed. Teleport. 10 essence to teleport. You do get essence just doing stuff like watering, farming, even petting your animals. But it's not a resource you get infinite of. I'm already to like 5,000 something after spending this. And so I have to live within my means. A lot of Mystria is time management more than energy or anything. And there's definitely some people who struggle with it. I see on the Steam discussion forums, or on the subreddit, people who are like, there isn't enough time in the day, even if I go to accessibility settings and I change the daytime speed to the slowest day speed to give me the most time, there's still not enough time of the day after I'm done doing my plants and petting all of my animals, petting and feeding my animals. It's already 4 p.m. And to those people I say you're doing too much. There isn't enough time in the day to do everything. If it's early game and you've already got so many animals and so many crops that it takes you until 4 p.m. to manage them all, you're doing too much, you gotta downsize. The animals are adorable. The major money from farm production is nice. But games like this, time and energy management are standard. You start off small, you start off maybe not even managing animals at all. And then the more you do, the more energy you get. The more resources you get to do things. And some people do get a bit attached to their animals, I can see why. But still, the rancher life is all about raising a thing up until the point where you put it on the table. There's Vivian. Folks gotta learn that early game you can't do as much, you gotta play a little bit conservative. Even at my current energy level, I forgot to water my plants! No wonder I had so much energy by the end of the day. Also, network error again. Man, look at that. It's mostly stable right now that I'm looking at it, but 10,978 dropped frames. It still keeps on hovering between 1/4 and 1/5. 1/4 to 1/5 of every word out of my mouth going eh, eh, eh. The stutter must be insane. Everything's watered. Everything's watered. Can't believe I forgot to water my plants. Alright. Put the rice away. Put the excess tea away. I still have, let's see, 100, 260 plus 799. Over 1,000 green tea to convert. Another hot sunny day, so no catching perch. Lewis's birthday's coming up. Got Friday at the inn tomorrow. $115,000 money made off nothing more than roasted rice tea. And we get our crop every 3 days now. It's the 19th, so we'll get it on the 22nd. Yeah, the 19th. So, 3 days after yesterday. Yesterday's the 18th. We'll get it again on the 21st, the 24th, the 27th. 300,000 more tesserae to make by the end of the season. Call the animals out. And then do a whole load of watering. Avert your eyes, chat, there's a naked boy behind me. Even more rice seeds. Now that we have a permanent presence of rice in the greenhouses, I could probably sell my excess seeds. Because after the initial 9 days, they grow every 3 days after that, so those rice crops are permanent. Those tea crops are permanent. Hi, Hordian! How are you doing? Better than my Wi-Fi, I hope. Down to... Jeez, man. 11,397 dropped frames now. Ugh! It's not behaving. I don't know if I have to watch it automatically water, but it doesn't show the wet dirt until I come in. What if I leave and come back? If I leave and come back, that it's all automatically splashed. It might be a silly thing to think, do the automatic sprinklers automatically sprinkle if I'm not looking at it? But it's a video game, you kind of have to be paranoid about that. Dating 3 people and have excess seeds talk about virility. Dating 3 people so far, Hordian. Since the game does allow you to date just about everyone you can, and because everyone does have some compelling writing to them, it's tempting. I mean, you only get to marry one in the end regardless. And since the game says, just play the field, find out who you like, maybe I should. If there's not going to be any penalty to it, if any dateable character that you date and don't marry just gets dropped down to friend status and just best friend them instead. It kind of feels like... I don't know though, because the whole are we best friends or are we lovers is like the big thing about the 8 hard events. That's what I can make that big decision. So do you just drop back down to best friend status as if you took that best friend option the first time through? I have no clue. Right, chestnuts we wanted. Peas are no longer needed. Oh, stressed since the winter, Dark Sonata. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm the weird guy, in that the winters are my favorite seasons. Yeah, nobody needs peas anymore. I'll grab the chestnuts before Friday night at the inn. Oh yeah, speaking of cute, she also said that this ancient watering can, this vintage watering can, that looks like a teapot is cute. I don't think she said it in the pink. But she could have one of her own now. Yeah, just a neutral item. Doesn't hate it, but she doesn't care for it. Same, Hordian. My Christmases were growing up, listening to 1940s American songs by Bing Crosby and Nat King Cole about white Christmases and sledding and winter wonderlands. Meanwhile, outside my window was cold, sure enough, but stormy and tropical. And even here, allegedly, before the family moved over here, in this part of California, it would rain once every 20 years. Except, with the climate crisis as it is, that 20 years must have been 40, 50 years ago. Occasionally, we'll get hail. And that's pretty exciting to me. That's the closest thing we get to snow, is an occasional hailstorm. We haven't had that for a while either. The only actually snowy Christmas I had, no, there's been a couple of them. One was when I was back in the army and stationed in North Carolina. We had a very good winter storm. I'm talking frozen ice in the Atlantic, down in Northern Carolina. And I enjoyed that. Even if it meant scraping the ice off the windshield, driving a little bit slower on icy roads, just have to adapt to that. I enjoyed that snow. And then, of course, there was visiting the British GF one Christmas. Let's see, roasted sweet potato. Bring sweet potato to Nora. So there's only been very, very few actual snowy Christmases and snowy winters in my life. Otherwise, it's been cold and wet, or worse, hot, mild winters. Cold and wet winters I love, as long as it's not a hot, mild winter. Or a hot, dry winter. Where's Luke? I think Luke might like this bug. He's having breakfast at the inn. Paranoia check, okay. Haven't had any dropping frames since the last time. We're actually below 20% dropped frames now. That is miraculous. Speaking of talking about bugs, how does he want? A fairy bee. Oh, Reina's at 7 hearts. Reina's only 1 away from dateable status. Look at her mom back there. Look at Josephine. Strutting and singing in the corner. I used to speak that language back during grade school music class. Okay, Hemlock. Hemlock wants chestnuts. Chestnuts, and what else could we source for him? Chili peppers, we need 2 more before this completes. Cranberries. Is that a winter one? I can't remember. Rose hips, I'm pretty sure, are a winter forageable. Beet, cauliflower. I could try to find a deep earthworm. There are cranberry seeds. It'll take 8 days to produce. Okay. How many cranberries do they want? 3 cranberries. Then I'll buy 3 seeds. And then by fall 27, we'll finish off the cranberry demand. So if I'm gonna go down into the mines to look for those worms, I am going to need more energy, so bathhouse first. Marsh just came out from his bath. Bath appropriate attire. Bath and tea. And since I'm heading down the mines, we'll just for combat. And that is an Onyx crying at the... Onyx, when'd you get in here? You going out, Onyx? Kids. Now, deep worm is found in the earthier parts, the earth elemental layers of the mines. Was that 40 to 70? Yeah, earth seal. 2 bugs, but not the bugs I need. Completely worthless. But bugs sometimes drop from breaking rocks apart. Like that guy did, also not a worm. Ladder. Slime is helping me forge. Wrong way, Guinea. Turn around. Now, changing the outfit to this is mostly cosmetic. But wouldn't it be neat if... I was gonna say wouldn't it be neat if you had to, like, visibly wear your armor for it to apply? But even if I'm just like this, not like that, like this, you could assume that perhaps maybe I'm wearing armor below the cloak and all that. More modern games, by which I mean beyond the early... Worm! Beyond the early 2010s, do enjoy having the cosmetic... I hadn't found a deep worm yet, really. Or at the very least, never gave one to the museum? Huh. Well, now I need a second one, because the first one has to go to museum. And it's only 3 p.m., so there's still plenty of time of the day. I got these guys too, right? Yeah, no pop-up. The crystalline cricket, the rock roach, the gem shard caterpillar, all old news. And they're not worth a lot of money either. Maybe I'll be lucky and there'll be 2 worms in here. And that's very likely going to complete the insect set for this area. We got the skill, we could hit its thing, right? Let's try it. There, that's a shockwave. More useful if there's more enemies around. Where's those worms? I thought I was getting paid in worms. Oh, it's one of those lever floors. Smash it away. Oh, that's fine though. Smash it with the rocks, because like I said, worms could pop up in them. Bomb. Okay, lever. Where's it hiding? Lever. Ooh, new artifact. Dragon Cleric Eye Earrings. And a new artifact to discover. My anthropology degree put to use. What's inside this rock? A ritual tablet. A series of pictographs that show how to perform a ritual. One of the figures is a dragon. PM. I thought that slime dropped down the hole. No worms. Not a single worm. Guy's a waste. Alright, no worm this time. We found one worm, but it turns out that I didn't give the museum one yet. So that person's worm will have to wait. Also forgot, Friday night at the inn. 2 donations. Deep Insect Earth complete? Deep Earth Insect complete? Ritual artifacts need just 2 more things now. So how many chestnuts was it? 2? I could maybe find one en route. There we go. So stop by the inn first. That's 2 chestnuts. Stop by the inn, hug the animals, put junk away. Now how's she know about that ritual tablet? I just turned it in. More alike than more people know. Both love and adventure, she says with a knowing wink. Elsie's adventures are always of the romantic and intimate sort. So. Daffodils? Terithia's birthday soon too. Dried squid, okay, Terithia the fisherwoman. Is anything fish then, huh? We know she likes sushi platters, like the good sushi, not just the shitty imitation crab. That's the only thing we know that she loves. Reina already wants to give us special treats from the kitchen. There, 2 chestnuts for Hemlock. The key to Mystria's revival. And I'm the key to the museum's revival. All they need is to give us the update that gives us the key to unlocking all the wings so we could actually see the stuff we've turned in. Every other neighbor gets to explore the museum. We're locked out from seeing our own input. Oh, 6 hearts with Terithia. Acknowledgement of receiving the champion shield. We basically got that just for raising the town ranks lots and lots of levels. He's only ever given out a handful of them to exceptional individuals who've worked hard for Aldaria. So basically we have been acknowledged by the King of Aldaria. Okay, so that the request to give a whole lot of flowers to the capital for Princess Delphine's birthday to show off the floral achievements of Mystria. I just bought 30 flowers of the same variety from the shop and sent them away, which is a really shitty present. Instead of here is all the flowers that Mystria is capable of, aren't they pretty? It's here's all of the same type. Celine also sent out flowers. So that's the only reason why the princess was happy, because the actual gardener sent an actual diverse bouquet and not just me sending all of one type. The princess never asked me about tips for the flowers, so clearly didn't even consider mine. So anything for sale here? Breaded catfish. Nobody wants actual cooked foods. They just want the recipe, the ingredients going into them. So nothing from the inn would satisfy anybody's requests anyway. Send my animals in. Plants have been watered. Do they have enough food here? Inventory's too full for rooster feathers. Recipes. Learn some recipes to free up space. Roasted chestnuts. Moth lamp. So it's not just, say, a dried out bug inside of a globe. It's an actual lamp. An elegant lamp that looks like a green moth in a glass dome. That's because it is. It is a moth in a glass dome. The only illusion is the green part. Oh, now inventory is too full for this. That's fine. I'll pick up the beads and the golden milk tomorrow then. There's no penalty or disadvantage to just leaving items out of the world. There's no despawning. Spicy crab sushi. There's a shitty imitation crab. What's this? Crystal berries. That should go with one of my foraging boxes. I wasn't carrying crystal berries, apparently. Now, somebody wants sweet potato, right? I may or may not have sweet potato. I got hot potato. I gotta reorganize these boxes. Well, it was trudging along for the past hour. Maybe now it's going to stay a stable 5,000 and zero drop, zero drop. Sometimes it just has to get it out of its system. Let's put the pizza away too. Pizza that my own boyfriend made for me on his forge. And because there's still time in the night, let's put some of these artifacts into the junk pile. Junk pile, junk pile. Gotta find me a rainy or stormy day if I actually want to catch that perch this season. I'm pretty sure that this request has been here since last year. No, for perch risotto, that's a new one. There's another perch request we filled. Then second perch request came out. But if we don't find one soon, if it doesn't rain soon, then he's gonna have to wait an entire year for his perch then. Since that's only autumn and only when it's raining or stormy out. Saturday market, 3 dates available, and Lewis's birthday. Oh yeah, the town rank is as high as it can go now, isn't it? It's diamond. We've officially hit level 90 diamond. And it can't get any higher than that until the level 100 update comes out. which could be... It could be the early 2026. I thought it got it out of its system, the disconnect, reconnect again. So... It's not doing the standard annoying thing, where it might just be really sloppy bitrate, bouncing around, getting close to 0, or bouncing between 1000, 10,000, 1000, 10,000, and frames dropping all over the place. Now what it's doing is it stays stable, and then disconnects, and then comes back stable, and then disconnects. I don't know which is worse. I guess if all it's doing is just momentarily disconnecting, but it's stable completely before then, at least it's something. At least it's keeping the stream in a steady pace up until the point where it poops itself. And as long as we have disconnection protection, then it doesn't matter anyway, because all it really does is give the little... Not like this guy for like a few seconds, maybe a minute. Took me way too long to find the disconnection protection button. I kept on looking like OBS, or to Slobs back in the Slobs day, trying to find where that button is, where that setting is. It was a Twitch setting the whole time. Pumpkins are growing pretty big. See, walk in, walk out is fully watered. You don't have to see the animation, but the jury is still out about whether or not I need to actually look at all to make sure it gets watered. Lewis. Lewis likes golden... What is that? Is that sheep's wool or alpaca fur? Golden horse fur, horsehair. So does he like golden animal output in general? He makes clothes. So I think he likes the alpaca fur, the horsehair, for clothes making purposes. We probably won't care about golden butter, golden milk, golden eggs. But we know he likes crystal roses. Where do I have the crystal roses? That's part of my flowers, yeah. Flowers? There we go. I've only got 3 of them. So he better appreciate this present. What have you got for sale? More peppers? No peppers. We got corn. I'll buy some corn. Just so I have some in the box in case I need it. Right, we gotta see what Taliaferro wants to. Let me head back to home real quick, because I gotta give these guys some universally loved tea to get their hearts going. They're only seen 16 times a year, so I gotta make the most of it. Universally beloved tea. The date, can't forget the date. Think we'll do March and Juniper this weekend. And there's always a chance of getting lucky if we take him to an inn date, and the food that we get at the end is what Taliaferro needs for his cooking challenge. We know what March likes, but he's at 15 of 20 knowns, so let's just try to max him out. Sesame Tuna Bowl. You know what? They really, really, really are trying to make March my one true beloved. Not only is he written in such a way that makes him completely sweet, and the whole, getting to know him, getting closer to him, to melt his icy exterior is really nice. He likes a lot of the same foods I do, and the same drinks I do. The mocha he could have, the hot chocolate we could share. I think by the end of this, I'm just going to straight up be a Marchman. Forget the sexy secret witch, forget the dragon god, and everybody else with their advantages and allures. 3 hearts of Darcy. She's got a hairstyle that screams Guinea today. 3 hearts of Vera. She's got all the exact same hairstyles as before. She doesn't rotate through them. Not the straight pompadour, I hope. He and Ulrich help her set up her booth on the Saturday she's at market. So Hayden also helps out. But somebody did also mention Ulrich helping her out, so I think perhaps Ulrich's got his eyes on Mary. Three hearts Mary. Actually making friends with these people the second year in. Anything that I might want though. Haunted attic windows, starry flooring, summit wallpaper is kind of cool. Counters! 2 or more together to connect them. I'm feeling I want these for my kitchen instead of the fishing tables I've been using to function as a counter. I could possibly put them flush against the wall. That's a major disadvantage of using the fishing table as a counter, is I can't put it up against the wall. I have to put it one space below the wall. Cake counter. 2 or more to connect. Basic counter, cake counter. Haunted attic chair, haunted attic rocking chair. It should rock on its own to really be a haunted rocking chair. Cookie jar, notepad, small vase. Green bottle, small vases. What recipes do we have? Cake counter. We got cash. Let's just get all the recipes now. Except I've only lived in a 5 bite at a time. Haunted attic nightstand. Let's get that. Then rocking chair. Now somebody's got a birthday. Where's that birthday boy? Also, doesn't rotate his inventory. Her old nemesis. After he disqualified her for Dozy cooking for her. Turned into Tide salad. Well, what's wrong with that? Valen is a vegetarian. If anyone can make a quality Tide salad, it's her. Replaced half the ingredients with something she deemed healthier. Well, get your tea anyway. Incredibly hot pot challenge. We made one for Reina's birthday because it's one of her favorite foods, so we got experience making this. But the problem is, do I have the remaining ingredients to make a second one? Two hearts with Weedle? Actual friend territory? It really has to stop doing that. Alright. Deluxe size boxes. The deluxe storage chests are extra large capacity. And I do want to start carrying a few. I think if I had like just 4 of these, that'd be enough for the haunted attic. So maybe for that one, I'd put them in darker colors. But for now, I'm not buying. We could... I could afford the overpriced bath soap, which gives us the bathhouse date inspiration. We're gonna make this money back in like a day anyway. Bath soap ×1. Can now invite your partner to the bathhouse on the weekend. Okay. Let's see if I can make the incredibly hot pots. That'd be under mains, right? What am I missing? I got all the ingredients, the only thing missing is the kitchen level. Even after upgrading the kitchen, or upgrading the inn, I think its maximum cooking level is only as high as 2. So I gotta go home for this one. They do that to make sure you actually buy your own kitchen for your own house. And don't just hog Reina and Josephine's kitchen all the time. Incredibly hot pot. 20 minutes to make it. We'll slave away on the stove for 20 minutes, turn this into Taliferro, and then reward ourselves. It's a lovable, incredible hot pot. Does it matter that it's of the lovable variety and not standard? If anything, he should love this even more then. I didn't just make an incredibly hot pot, I made a universally beloved incredibly hot pot. If the prefix is enough to disqualify this from the thing. Now, there we go, turn in request. Looks bland. He's blushing. He needs a glass of water. White boys when they ask for spice. Clear through all these recipes that I purchased. Almost done sorting through these all. That's it. That's all of them. Okay, now where's March? Worked up a sweat cooking that hot pot. Invite on date. Hold on, not yet, not yet, not yet. We gotta dress appropriately for the bathhouse date. Bathhouse date. 100,000 gold to unlock it. Yeah. Yeah. That's what we're dressed this way. Of course he wants to. Date photo. Well, we don't get to see it. Oh, there we go. Now that is a spicy photo. No wonder it's gated behind 100,000. So it kind of does remind me of Lunar. Silver Star Story Complete especially, and Lunar 2 Eternal Blue. Except Silver Star Story Complete especially, because to get to the bathhouses and to get the somewhat spicy CGs, you gotta collect soap, which is rare or expensive, and you gotta muscle your way through a really difficult forest to get to the bathhouse in the first place. So I feel like that is a deliberate influence there. The super expensive soap in exchange for a kind of nice CG. That one's going on the wall immediately. We'll put that one over the workstation. Do you think Juniper is going to mind when the date is also for her going to be at her place of work? Not enough space here. We'll rearrange this eventually, doesn't matter right now. The rocking chair doesn't rock on its own. That is not very haunted. I'm getting my money back. Let's see. We'll just put this here for the time being. You see how there's also the space in the middle between the two fishing tables? If I was using proper counters instead, it'd be a... continuous top surface that I could use. So do I want cake counter or basic counter? Cream on top or 10 on top? Let's do cream on top. Take 6, just to have some excess space to use. I think that's alright. Just take that. Alright, now let's spend the rest of the day sorting through this kitchen of mine. Get this out of the way, that out of the way. Now I do want to see too. I can't rotate them, so I guess... They also do corners! They also do corners! Would you look at that? Maybe how I'll do this is this up to here, and then a little bit down this way. And that way you still get this walkable space coming in and out. And I could maybe put one more counter space over here. So the hot stove's not directly against the cold box. Not that it matters, but you know. I like to have my fantasy, alright? So let's get maybe 3, 4 more countertops. She hasn't packed up yet, it's fine. $208,000. It's a good thing they don't tell you how much money you lost in the day. Let's hug the animals goodnight first. Both of our hens producing exclusively golden eggs now. The cow we had to adopt because these two only kept making bulls. Is finally producing milk too. Still got seed in my pockets, right? Put the seed away. Someday silos, maybe. Okay, not even midnight yet. Let's go talk to Vivian first, though. Because she's got plans for me. It's a very small counter there, though. I don't think I like it there, actually. This I don't mind. So maybe... No, not like that. Just rearrange this with a double space. Then... It doesn't want to block the stove. That's alright. So, stove like that. Though maybe we'll just put like this, maybe? It's getting pretty late into the night, so let me just quickly put the rest of this away. And we'll finish decorating tomorrow. No! I didn't mean to explode my chest. It's only 120. Okay, how about a setting much like this, where you get to put in the symbol and this for whether or not this chest gets to be used for automatic crafting, this for automatically use, this for whatever this is. Oh, that's just trash. How about another symbol off to the side, where you click it, and your pickaxe can't break it with everything inside of it? A do not smash symbol. How about a do not smash symbol? No money earned, and it's not showing the negative. 21st. This should be harvest time number 2. I didn't check the notice board, so that might have been another job that we missed out on doing. Another bright day tomorrow. Whose bright idea was that? All these bright days. More rice. See, one day after, making up all the cash we lost yesterday. Because we have maximum magic, the only watering I have to do is that. Hammer. How's my pumpkins doing? Not quite ready yet. And my rice and tea progress. The tea's coming out pretty good. Okay, let's finish some kitchen decoration first. Yeah, just like that instead, maybe? It's alright. Where's that kitchen counter? Or kitchen scale, I mean. Kitchen scale we'll put over here. What, I can't put the donuts down? I see, I can't put them between. Nice little clutter there. This'll do. Better idea. No, smash it. Smash it, take it off. Not the... Psh. There, like that. Gotta struggle with this sometimes. We'll put the bread over here. My finished food's over on this bit. Though maybe not there. And the cooking supplies over here. The oils, the scale, the jar of what's-its. That is okay. That I like. Just put these... So this is basically the junk room for now. 11:40. Time flies by so fast. Hammer nobody needs. So let's go see what the task today is. What Baylor has for sale if I could skip the queue on some seasonal stuff. Could just buy some excess watermelon for later. And just drop it down over here at the pepper. A pun exclusive for Rias. None of the jokes would work. And ... Request for a pumpkin. For Ayland? Now that I'm growing pumpkin and they're almost done, he wants my pumpkins. Maximum rice for 0 minutes. 285 rice to mill down in no time at all. Though I do still think it'd be interesting if you put flour or rice or wheat or rice into the mill, and then throughout the day and throughout the week it produced several bags of them. It does appear to be an automatic windmill with its own millstone and the whole wind-powered mill thing. The game doesn't like to be too hardcore, but I don't think it would make it any hardcore to do it that way. Now where's Juniper? Juniper is behind her, in front of her bathhouse. Oh, there she is. Dozy won't let her have wine in the bath. And if she can't, then no one can. Cute. But speaking of which, Juniper... Bathhouse State Juniper? Prepared a new bath infusion. It is also pretty fitting for Juniper, since the 8-heart event where she stopped seeing us as a guinea pig, and more as someone she could be open, vulnerable, and sweet with, did take place in the bath. So it's a special place for these two. Not a bad bath date photo. It's a pretty cool towel too. I like the Palau flag colors. Better than the last bath. It was wonderful. See what I should have done? I should have talked to March afterwards too, get some post-date dialogue with him. Now look, Juniper, the scaly complexion was a plus. The fact that, I mean, she's got transformation powers, so that only opens up all sorts of possibilities. Where is March? Over in the workshop. Okay, well there's his post-bath dialogue then. Let's do that again soon. Of course I want to, or you're so cute, March. He is, but let's reassure him, of course we want to. Very quick disconnect that time, that was less than a second. Between the disconnect notification, the reconnect notification. Does that count? There. My bathhouse photos together. Alright, there's not too much time left, so... Dorothea's birthday is coming up soon too. I should be able to make her some kind of sushi. Or sashimi. Or some other fish dish for her. Kids are hanging out here. Is Hemlock giving them lessons this time? Luke is gonna be a super famous bug guy, a bugologist. Back down into the pit we go. 40. And basic, there's a mimic. I don't think I tried feeding the mimic yet, so... This will be our first time, maybe? We got plenty of rock for it now. There's plenty of bugs, but the wrong bugs entirely. Okay, Mimic is a G. Threw the entire stack into it, too. Cool, got a mushroom stool. And a crystal helmet. So, it does seem, though, that one possibly wants to get an individual stack of stuff before, like, break one stone elf from the stack before, what am I trying to say? Before throwing it to the Mimic. No Williams, no Williams. If these disconnections could relax. Every time I peek over in paranoia, it's fine, and then another of this happens, and it's not suddenly. It's really curdling my biscuits. Last chance for worm. I don't see worm. We'll try again tomorrow. That wasn't too high, Cal. You could have made that. Send the cows home. Then go make my rounds. More golden eggs. More regular milk. And irregular perfect milk. No bristle for my capybara yet. Alpaca wool that we haven't been using for anything. How are their hearts so far? Because that's the important thing for them, as we're trying to grow them to be show animals, basically. They're almost to 9 hearts. How is there such a discrepancy between BB, Gustavo, and Sweetheart? I got them around the same time, I'm pretty sure. They get fed and pet every single day. And yet there's 3 different tiers of affection between them. All full up. I think what I'll do is either extend the pastures down to here, or give myself an extra row of fruit trees. Though I do also want to make those more compact. Oh, there's more rice I didn't do. That means I could process more rice. Man, this is being rough today, what the heck? What is going on with the Wi-Fi propagation environment today? There's not even any kind of antagonistic force in this game, so I got nobody to blame. Helmet's alright, but it's just a helmet. And it's an obsolete helmet by now. So into the box you go. Sunny day again. And Terithia's birthday is tomorrow. Alright, Terithia. The only thing we know about her, as far as her likes goes, is that she loves sushi. What if I gave her a shark? $104,000 tesserae made. On the cat. Let's see, I do have 2 sushi platters. It's been in the fridge for over a year. But you know what? It's one of her favorites. Nah. I wouldn't give Fisher Auntie a year-old sushi platter. She deserves the best. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hunt her a shark. A freshly caught this morning shark for her own. Pumpkin's ready for harvest too. So I'm gonna need more pumpkin. See, I've got 2 pies for it. Which is why I should have been growing pumpkins primarily for the autumn season. So that when we get lucky, it just very momentarily disconnected, reconnected again. Come on, maintain for 2 seconds at least. If I don't find a shark for Terithia's birthday, I think I do just have to give her year-old sushi. Is there a hidden luck value that changes day by day? Because normally we see so much shark. So many giant shadows. Just not when I actually want one. I hunt everything else, and there's giant shadows. I want the giant shadows, and there's everything else. I could try slowly swimming to the other islands, but that's pointless. I'll just refresh the map each time. Sorry, Auntie, you're getting year-old sushi platter after all. Hate to do it, but them's the breaks. Maybe I have enough recipe to cook something she might like. Any fishy anything can make. She likes dried squid. Takes 1 squid and salt. But I haven't been saving squid. And I have no fish for fishy main courses. Well, your old sushi it is then. And Aelin wanted pumpkins for pumpkin pie. He just needs the one, right? A pumpkin. Now, Terithia, where's she at? Where's she spending her birthday? She's going fishing out to the right here, it seems. She's spending her birthday fishing. She's teaching Dell about fishing, perhaps? Terithia knows a lot about adventuring. Showed us how to tie knots from when she was a sailor. Now, Terithia, happy birthday. And let's do my everything else duty. Last chance to work out of doors before winter puts her back in the office. Now there's plenty of cute winter clothes she could use to work indoors or outdoors during the winter. Baelor isn't just a traveling merchant, he also functions as a mailman. She has Maple reviewing her books. This is the real royal stuff, Maple. What about political machinations against neighboring fiefdoms? Maple would enjoy Crusader Kings. Dragon's Head Buckle, where the jaw is a hinge. March also makes cool buckles. Request for Rosemary. We got Rosemary. Rosemary for Reyna. While we're here, let's process the rest of this rice we just picked up. The leftovers from yesterday. I somehow missed out on 3. Oh, and more pumpkin seed. Need 24 more pumpkin. Though I guess I could buy a whole lot more, but I don't need to. Because winter means winter peas. Oh, I guess as long as I do have that water sprite working for free every 40 days. Let's make a few more of these too. Because I do want to rearrange my plants. I do think my plants are too broadly spread out. There. We'll just make 2 more rotations of pumpkin. Now who would like a dinosaur? Would Luke like a dinosaur maybe? He is a bug guy. He's at the museum right now, but what little boy doesn't love dinosaurs? Let's put this watermelon away. Peppas, I need 2 more Peppas. And we could finish Nora's request. I'm pretty sure it was Nora. So who wanted what? Aylin wants pumpkin. Reyna wants 1 rosemary. And that's basically all I can do for now. And these are all still mixed up, so the herbs are with the fruits. And these will keep here for now. Excess pumpkin seed. I got plenty of heather. Pumpkin and rosemary. Reyna is over at... in the garden with LZ. And Aylin's at the museum. Boom, boom, boom. There they are. Sharing exploits, LZ? Not just for taste testings. Give us some gossip. Loved gift for March. We could get some more loved gifts for Taliferro. We could get our first light gift for Terithia. I'm gonna max out March. Gold bars. I could probably safely assume he likes the ore and loves the ingots. Dell is learning about knots, so not at all troublesome until... Time of day change. Is Aylin still gonna be at the museum? New artifact. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Aldarian Gauntlet. Battle-worn gauntlet showing heavy use. Aldarian set complete. What did I get? An explorer lamp. Cool. We could probably put that over in the study area. Taliferro unhappy with her salad. That'll be better for his blood pressure. Maybe that's what he needs. Some healthier food. Keep his blood pressure down, help him relax. Pumpkin pie recipe. Okay, kid, you like bugs? How do you like dinosaurs? He's only okay with dinosaur. I gave him an entire dinosaur skeleton. And he's like, whatever, thanks for the gift, buddy. Calling his elders buddy. "4 p.m. Maybe now that I've already given Terithia her birthday present, the sharks will come out. The sushi platter will be an okay gift to start off with, and then the shark, if I find one, will be her real present. Or if I find a tuna, just give her a whole tuna for herself. That's what childhood was like for me. We pull out tuna in the morning and afternoon, we come back. In the evening, Mom cleans up the tuna that we found, and the tuna that we caught. Makes us sashimi that night. Got the attention of one. Tuna! And that's level 45 fishing. Slowed fishing level up progress because the sad fact is, unless your primary concern is just enjoying the fishing or the role playing, fishing's kind of a waste of time because it does take a lot of time and the outcome is very, very cheap. These are dive spots, not fish spots. Pearl clam. But I need a regular clam for somebody's request. Clam. Who wanted clam? Errol for clam chowder. Check it out, I can jump on water. Oh, now there's a shark all the way over there. I'm gonna get it for Terithia. We've already given her a birthday present. This will be for her tomorrow. Where's Errol? Errol's probably at... He's not at home right now, he's at the inn. Everybody's at the inn. But I gotta hug my animals goodnight, so I'll just give it to him tomorrow. There's gonna be no BRB for this stream, because I figure we'll probably go off to do our errandy stuff in about an hour. And with the stream disconnecting or being troublesome so much today, it basically ate up the allowance of BRB time. You know, I spaced out these stones here partially, so that when grass grows between them, it's a pretty cool aesthetic. But it seems no grass wants to grow there. 25 for pearl clams. I think I'll keep the red snapper for myself. So snapper we'll put in here. Tuna and shark will be Terithia's presents for the next couple of days. Getting late. Sunny day tomorrow. Juniper's birthday's coming up. Girlfriend Juniper. She really liked the ancient scepter. And she likes pizza. I've already given her a scepter, and I already ate my pizza. But I can't give my girlfriend the pizza that my boyfriend gave me. That feels a bit obscene in some way, you know? It's like a secondhand eat. Bright sunny day again. We're never gonna get a rainy day. It's doing well. My tea and rice. It's getting there. So, clamp for Errol. Any goods from Baylor from the capital or other sources? Bristle, rooster feathers. What, nothing else I need? He's got lemons, but so do I. Cabbages. Okay. I saw the museum symbol, I didn't see the check marks. Like, wait a minute. March isn't just a blacksmith, he's also a craftsman. Etching symbols into it, making it pretty and more appropriate to the user. Monster material request, 30 monster parts. Any 30 monster drops. Linsbury Island has been reporting the appearance of an unusually aggressive wildlife that the capital has no previous record of. That, to me, also sounds like pretty good spin-off material. This game itself is pretty fun, and this is only the early access version that hasn't even hit 1.0. And they promise that after 1.0 is released, that's only the beginning. But they have this pretty cool world that they've woven that already has some geographical and political intrigue going on, with Aldaria and Mystria being part of a grander empire, and there's different histories and different relationships. Linsbury Island reporting the appearance of unusually aggressive wildlife. It should recall to see if anyone has physical examples of something similar in the kingdom. 30 parts. And heather? I sold 1 heather yesterday. 3 heather to Adeline. Her mother's favorite flower, Heather. So, Errol's over at home. The kids are learning about farming and ranching from Hayden. She had no idea March naturally has the same dark hair as his brother, and he's been wearing it red, like a deep red, for longer than I've been in town. Oh, his roots are coming through again? March tried to dye his hair himself. Spare the details. Hey Mace, do you want to share about that one time you tried to dye your hair red when you were younger? No? Apparently red takes to him too well. Okay, Ayland, peaches and cream. Alright, so monster materials, can we get back home? Heather we can grab over at the house, I'm sure we have enough. Clam for Errol. Clam for Errol, then I think I'll spend the day going back down to floor 40 trying to find a second deep worm to satisfy that one request that's sitting there. You still having breakfast? He's gone! The old man has vanished. He's gone to work. He's been sitting on this clam for so long. He's at his second retirement waiting for it. Okay. Round 3, trying to find that thing. Worm. That was quick. Deep earthworm. Which means no more going through the mine for me until I need to. Who wanted the earthworm? Was that Luke? No, that was Reyna. Luke wants to see a bug he's never seen before. Help me be a cool big sister if I had an insect from deep in the mines. Wouldn't it be sad for her if we gave one to Luke first? So technically it is giving a bug to Luke, but to Luke through Reyna. We'll bestow the shell upon Queen Maple. Now, Reyna and Tirithia. Tirithia's fishing at home. Have I got that bug? Just a walking leaf. Common. Shark again. Tirithia, how do you like sharks? She's only okay with shark. Maybe she prefers tuna. More reats on that for her. Maybe the stock doesn't rotate. Maybe I was just deluding myself when I thought that it did. Alright, so Reyna. Is Reyna still at home? She is still at home. She's been waiting on this worm since forever. She was unable to be a cool big sister until this day 1 year later. Trust me, Luke is gonna be so impressed. This isn't just any earthworm, it's purple. And we gotta share a coconut cream pie for that. More puns? Oh, stop calling him unhinged. Reyes has got to learn that if he doesn't want the puns, he's got to stop interacting with Holt. It's me, Holt, the general store guy, is always behind the counter. Oh my goodness, he's got impressions. Okay, so let me see. Juniper birthday coming up. Juniper birthday coming up. I don't have pizza. We could source a bunch of these, but they're only liked gifts. We know she likes that one scepter. So, since I haven't got to go down into the deeps anymore, and most of the requests are done with for the most part. Cauliflower is not this season, is it? No. Green cauliflower is. Then let's spend some time digging up artifacts. And see if we can't get another scepter for our sexy witch queen. Scepter, it's not Nora's birthday, get that coin out of here. Junk, junk, and more junk. We do also get artifacts on my farm now. There could be something on the Eastern Road. We'll get more lessons from Hemlock. Miss Juniper's birthday is really soon. I mean, Dell's not wrong. She does like slimy, poisonous, so mushrooms work, frogs work, newts work. I'm a legendary bug catcher. Oh my goodness, I have Luke's complete admiration. Lady Adeline knighted me. I guess I'm a knight of the Baron then. Sword. An Alda bronze sword. Maybe we'll save that for Dell's birthday next year. And while we're here, we'll pick up 3 Ooh. Another fairy bee for Luke. Just shards. I get 2 dig spots per day on my farm, but it's getting pretty cluttered here. The animals have done a fantastic job clearing out all this grass. They're running out! So I think instead of going 5 down, or instead of putting my trees, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think I will just push this wall down over here. And so my animals could enjoy some of this grass. I also have to spend a day just clearing things out over there because when we get more wood and stone and trees and bushes, those are things that they cannot eat, and they're gonna start going hungry. Put Raina's cream pie in the fridge. Heza, do I not have any Heza? I got thyme. Do I not? Or is it a... flower type? It is flower type. No, that's Snapdragon. There's Heather. Three Heathers for Adeline. And we also want monster parts. My monster parts are all over here. 30 of them. We got sap, essence drop from essence bats, monster powder from mushrooms, monster core by enchanters, enchanterns, monster wings from bats, monster shells. I've got 110. Monster fangs. I got 60. Monster horn, then mushroom, 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 mushroom. From mushroom monsters, mushroom monsters, mushroom monsters. Let's give them an assortment. We need 30 things, right? We'll do 10 of these. That's 15. There. I'm giving them an actual diversity of monster stuff to look at. Does it resemble any of these things? Monster part, monster part. Maybe she'll like... I don't think she'll like the Crystal Goblet. It is Witch Queen Rituals. And she is something of a Witch Queen herself, which is part of the appeal. But... she likes Witch Queen stuff, she likes wine, but I don't think she'll like the ancient Witch Queen goblets. Everybody's having dinner here. That was Valen to 7, looks like. So Valen's also one heart away from dateable status. Right now, the relationship with Valen seems to be a primarily doctor-patient and doctor-guinea pig one. So we'll see how our 8-heart event goes to see if we date her or not. Any more artifacts over here? Where's my Eastern Road artifacts? There's a birdhouse Ryas and I built. Artifact or shard. Okay. We'll just mosey on our way home then. If I don't see it there, on the way there, there's one. We'll just put the animals away. Maybe we'll get luckier finding her a scepter for tomorrow. And also, we got fishing to 45. Let's see what new skills we can get. Tier 4 skills. We're 15 away from maxing out fishing. Fish become attracted to my bobber from an even greater range? Yes, please. Catching a fish will occasionally cause a fish school to spawn nearby, very useful. Fish have a chance of dropping coins worth 10% of their value when caught. If fish were worth anything, that might be worthwhile. As it stands, fish are worth 50 at most, it seems. Most of them, no matter how rare even, aren't going for much of anything at all. Catching a fish is even more likely to drop double the amount of fish, sure. Will make fishing just marginally more useful. Meow. Stomp through my crops, stomp, stomp, stomp. Golden horn, little bit of milk. Golden milk. I'm getting paranoid. The stream hasn't disconnected in a while now. Get my plants from Vivian. And now let's go put as much away as I can. I should have a chest just for artifacts that people might like when I dig them up. Gifts for people in case they want them. The kitchen is looking a whole lot better now that we have proper counters. To think I was going to waste things. Simply using tables instead of proper counter space. And these counters actually go up against, well, it doesn't matter. They have it over here. They go up against the wall. So I don't have to put them like right in the middle here instead. They got corners. I could fit multiple things on a space. The missing ingredient was that all this time. $100 for shark. That's basically the high end of what fish go for. A whole shark is less than a ball of sushi. Or a ball of rice. 69 renown. 6-9 is old news, isn't it? Another accursed sunny day. There's only 4 days left in the season. There's my cranberries. Who wanted cranberries? Ryas wants cranberries, and I learned the cranberry orange scone recipe. 20. I thought I gave. Did it not count the sap from the slimes? Did it not count? I'm 10 down. They said any monster drops. Huh. I guess something might not count. Gonna get 400,000 with this harvest. There's gonna be one harvest left. And that'll bring me up to 500,000. 500,000 tesserae. We could put greenhouses all over the farm. Just to show off the wealth. You know, I have to wonder, if I make the weather rainy like this, does that change what fish spawn? Like, could I force there to be rainy day fish by doing this? There's thunder, so it counts as stormy, right? That's a pike. Pike is it to perch? Well, not gonna stress it too much. What's pumpkin doing? Pumpkins haven't gotten big yet, they haven't sprouted. Harvest time for tea. Harvest time for tea, but not for the rice. They both take 9 days and then 3. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep the rice. I'm gonna keep the tea there until it's time to harvest the rice. And then we'll grow them at once together. Because I don't want them offset, I want to be lazy. I want the rice and the tea doing their 3-day cycle at the same time. Heza, lilac, bloobs. There's no requests today. Did I get all the requests? Is that actually all of them? Cranberries for Reyes. Reyes is over at... He's having breakfast at the manor. Let's see what puns... Nope, he's finished. I was gonna see what pun he was subjecting Landon to. Huh, I didn't think that Baldur's Gate had that kind of clip to the ground and die kind of bug. Okay, what's the birthday girl like? Purple fruit, what's that? Spell fruit? Spell fruit? I don't think I've seen spell fruit. Preserve some historical details and during repairs. And that's where Aelin comes in. See, Aelin has his important part to play in the presence of Mystria. He likes cranberry orange scones. He wrote it in the red. Orange, cranberries, milk, and sugar. Or is that flour? Flour. I guess the cranberries and the orange provide enough sweets. Now let's mill me some rice. Maximum riceage. Nine days, then every 3 days harvest. And I'm pretty sure it's the same for the tea. So I wonder why the tea came out first. Maybe I do need to visually observe the watering with the greenhouses for it to actually count. I can't see them making sense, but I can't imagine why else that the growing schedule of the greenhouse might have been desynced. Wild berry pie, seafood, snow pea noodles. Next season, in the winter, we're gonna go so many snow peas. 288 snow peas per cycle. Each one of which will have a drop when harvested of dropping a seafood snow pea noodle. 5 stars, 238 health, 238 energy. Let's see, Terithia. See how she feels about tuna. I'm sure she loves tuna, right? No, neutral. So maybe she doesn't want the raw fish. She wants the food instead. Nora knows. I bet you Nora commits all kinds of tax fraud, so you gotta keep good books to get away with it. Roasted tea, roasted tea, roasted tea. And pike I don't need. Running out of tea though. My thousands of tea is coming down. Five days, that's why. Tea is 5 days, and then every 3 thereafter. That's why tea is already ready for the harvest. And the rice is not ready yet. I miscalculated, there's a 4-day difference. Not a big deal. So it turns out it's working exactly as it's supposed to. I had just forgotten the exact time between them. Unknown dragon statue. Did I give it to Calderis? Shard mass, as I found out the hard way, is in scientific circles called a phytobezoar. And a phytobezoar is apparently more rare in the US, and yet I got to experience one twice in my life so far. Coin, goblet. You know, there's one way to test this. Juniper, how do you like goblets? She's only okay with the goblet, see? Even though it's from the Witch Queen era, even though she's something of a sexy Witch Queen herself, and even though she likes wine and should like goblets, it's only okay. So I gotta find her some real present that I'm sure she'll enjoy. Or, I gotta learn how to make pizza. Cheese, tomato, flour. I don't think I have the recipe. Aww, he's giving me a gold ingot. He was excited to get extra ingots for the capital, and not just any surplus. He gave me a gold bar. Why you disconnecting, game? And now you're at only very low kilobytes per second? Maybe this Wi-Fi extender is just dying, who knows? Which is rough timing, because I feel like we might have to go soon. Still dropping frames. $3,000, $4,000. And still dropping frames. Man. A little bit of green stability, but at 2,000, 3,000, was it going to happen? So for 1/3 of all frames and dropping. Reconnect successful, put them back to drop frames again. What's going on, game? Just give me some stability here. What's with this inability for stability? And still dropping? What? Alright, what if... what is 40% of all drop frames, though? 45? 43? 49? Every other frame getting dropped? There's no playing like that. Well, even though this thing is trying to disconnect on me, maybe we could at least finish the day off. Or try to, somehow.